Hey everybody, it's your girl Dominique Rebel coming at you live and direct from the studio, Soothing Fast CDC. This is my weekly update. Actually, it's for the last 2 weeks. It's a little bit late. I've been really busy, so here we go. This is a video blog of an Aspiring A&R by me, your girl Dominique Rebel. So what's happened over the last 2 weeks is I gained some more clients. I put together my media kit and how I'm going to do different media kits for people, and also a streamlined way of creating people websites, business cards. Of course, you know, I already designed the flyers and the business cards and do a lot of the technical side of the marketing as far as the look and the colors and whatnot. So I just added the media kit to what I provide, and also I started working with another entertainment consultant out of Richmond, so that's good. So basically now what I'll be doing is providing individuals to start with me, basically go through a screening process where I make sure they have their Twitter and their Facebook, and also make sure that their music is clean, and that they have their media kits and their websites and all the little basic stuff done. And then I send them on to the next step, which would be the other entertainment consultant out of Richmond, because he has more contacts than I do directly with the industry. So I'm excited about that. I did have some problems over the last 2 weeks with collecting payments. I am one of those people that does not operate with a contract, and that's simply because there's a lot of pluses and minuses to the whole contract situation, and most people, they don't like to operate without them. However, I find that if there's an artist that I particularly have issues with working with, I prefer not to have a contract, because when various issues arise, then I'm bound contractually to them, as well as they are bound contractually to me. So in the absence of a contract, anybody can, if for some reason, I mean, being a female, I have to take these things into consideration, because you know, I may have a problem with an artist, and if we have a 1-year contract and I have a problem with them after the first 2 days, I'm stuck in that contract for a whole year, unless I add the line that any party may cancel this contract at either time. I mean, to me, it makes more sense to operate in this fashion. I issue invoices. Once full payment is made, I issue an invoice to whoever it is I'm working with. Your invoice serves as our contract, because when you make the full payment, that contractually binds me to do the work. So that's more so because more than it's not likely that I'm not going to do the work. I have a track record with working with a lot of different stuff, and my track record says that I do the work. So it's not likely that I'm not going to do the work. It's more likely that someone is not going to pay for the work. So that's where the contract comes in. If they pay up front, I'm going to do the work, because that's the type of business person that I am. And so if they cannot trust me in that method, then perhaps they don't need to do business with me. And that's sort of how I feel about the whole contract situation. It has caused me to rethink how I want to handle my professional documents. So when I do release work to someone, I'm going to have a release form and I'm going to have a confidentiality form, but I still don't feel the need for an express contract, because the work needed by a client can change at any time. And so if I have a contract, then I'm obligated, contractually obligated, not to do any extra work for them. I don't really like that. I like the idea of, okay, you may contract me to do this amount of work. You may ask me to do this amount of work. You pay me, and I do extra work for you. I prefer to more operate in those lines, as opposed to, I'm not doing no more than what's in the contract. If I have a contract, that's what the truth is. I'm not doing no more than what is laid out in the contract. That's just a general people thing. So that's why I prefer to operate on the other side. So I did have some issues, of course, with that this week. But the successes I've had over the last couple weeks far outweigh the issues. And so I'm going to continue to operate in this manner. I just don't want to have anything else horrible happen, because now I have contracts and now I'm bound contractually. It's just like, you know, I'm working on a computer here or whatever, and let's say I had done a contract for this music that I'm mixing down. Let's say that for an example. I came in here one day, I couldn't even get on the computer. The computer wasn't working. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. That was a whole day, a whole 2 hours I wasted. Let's say I was bound by contract in this situation where I had to deliver the music on that set date. There's no room for my computer doesn't work. There's no room for I'm having this issue and that issue. And I have a problem with that because, number one, I have kids. So I have a child. So at any given moment, my day can be cut and I would have to go tend to my child. That's a serious possibility. There's computer issues, even though I do have some equipment of my own, because I don't have all of my own equipment at this moment. I'm still relying on other people's equipment. And as a result of that, anything that I say I'm going to do, if something happens and I can't get to the equipment, I'm in trouble. That comes with, of course, giving yourself enough time and scheduling things out. But sometimes you just want to, I feel like I need to leave myself more than enough room to operate. So that's what I'm doing as a person, and it has been working for me, and the people who work with me understand these things, and the people who don't work with me, people who work with me who don't understand these things, it's even though I've done the work, I still have the knowledge of the work that I've done. They just have the finished product. That means if I need to go back and recreate something, I can now recreate it because I've done it for them, for a person in their circumstance. Now, if with someone in another circumstance, I can go back and recreate the same thing because I have the experience. So even though experience is very expensive, in the long run, in the short run, it's very useful to have the experience. And I'm still at the point where, since I'm aspiring means that I'm working towards a goal, and I don't feel that going backwards is taking me from my goal. I had a situation, I had to deal with the situation, and I'm continuing to move forward. A step backwards is not permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you stop, it's permanent, but a step backwards is not a permanent. It's a passing situation. You take a step back and then you take a step forward. Then if you take another step back, you're going to take another step forward. It's not going to hinder the progress. And so that's how I feel about it. I know that everyone else has their opinions on how they operate, but I feel like the openness and the generality in which I operate is very useful for me. And for what I'm trying to do. So this week I have coming up, I have body painting on Friday night, Saturday morning. That's 2 body painting events that I'll be doing body art. People want glasses, so I'm getting ready to get back into making the glasses. My happy hour starts next week, so that's going to be like a meet and greet for entertainment industry people in the area, and that's going to be at this place on the waterfront called Proud Mary's. I've done work with a lot of different people. I'm building my contacts and my relationships. The people who really believe in me and trust in me, they trust in me more now than they did before. The people who don't believe in me or they don't believe that I can do what I say, they trust in me less. But that's generally how it's going to work. Some people are going to trust you more, some people are going to trust you less. It always evens out. As long as there's more people on my list that trust me and less people on my list that don't trust me, that's it. This is the entertainment industry. Anybody can sell you anything. Anything. They can sell you, people sell people dreams all the time. And they willingly fork over their money for dreams. I'm actually out here working, actually out here building the contacts and connecting the resources and building the dots for these artists. And I still have artists who have issues with paying me value. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a master's degree in business. I didn't just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to do this. No. I said I want to be in the entertainment industry, but I better learn something about business. First and foremost, because I know everyone is a business. I went to business school, learn what I need to learn, and I'm putting it in place. I'm not even charging people for my degree right now. It's about, I would say, 1 month from that. I'm charging people based on the fact that I have a master's degree, not based on the fact that I'm just out here in the streets. No, I have a master's degree. I went to college for 2 additional years on top of 4 years that maybe you didn't even go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to carry people like that, but at this point, it kind of seems like that's the direction I'm headed to because I don't want to be underappreciated. I don't want anybody to take me for granted. I'm kind of done with that. I kind of feel like I've proven myself. I've proven myself enough that if you have questions about me, there are people who can vouch for me. And that's what I mean by proving myself, meaning I don't have people out here who nobody knows who I am and I'm just building a name. No, I sort of have a name, I have a little buzz. I'm to the point where if you need to know about me, go ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to listen to me. Don't listen to me. at all. Go ask somebody else. I got tons of people who could tell you about me, my character, and my values, and that's what I feel really sets me apart from some other people operating in the same capacity. My integrity is here. My character is here. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's some things that I want to do, if it doesn't come up to these standards, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. It has to meet these standards. Everything I do has to meet these standards. So that's pretty high because most people's standards are down here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying about that. So hope you guys enjoy this. Tune in next Monday will be my next update. Of course, don't forget to check out my website, www.dominiquerebel.com. Of course, don't forget to also go to my Twitter page and my Facebook fan page at Dominique Rebel, and radio show Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Wild Radio. Monday nights on Rise Radio. Wild Radio is www.wilduradio.net. Rise Radio is ryzeradio.com. And